Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with another servant analysis video and I'm going to look at the newest servant that has been released, a welfare servant. He or she, I don't know, I think it is a he. I kind of checked it out. Yeah, it's a he, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. He is called Taisui Xingjun. I don't know if that was the correct pronunciation. He's an alter ego. And yeah, as usual, the thing that I do, I'm going to check out the battle animations, the noble phantasm, look at the skills, look at the ascension arts, and give my opinion on it. So yeah, let's get started without wasting any more time. And okay, so the videos that I'll be reacting to in this video will have its original link in the description box. If you've not checked it out, you can click on it and it'll take you there. So yeah, let's get started. This is Taisui Xingjun, and I think he is a welfare servant who is going to be given out from the Monster Crisis event that JP is having. So the one servant that we knew that we're going to get as a welfare, I think this is like that servant. So yeah, anyways, let's get started. So here we go, the servant demonstration. Start. Whoa. Okay, it kind of looks like Angra Mayu, doesn't he? Like, okay, an AOE servant, alter ego. The hand tattoos remind me of Angra Mayu, doesn't it? Is it the same artist? Oh, that's a little bell. Okay, yeah, we got skill seal as well. Okay. He uses a royalty speech, Waga Haiga. Okay, that's the extra attack. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. He uses that little portal, the bell. Yeah, the bell seems like one of the major way he attacks. And the arms as well. Okay. Oh, this is not a new one. We saw this before. This is a tornado. This is a new one. Oh, it's kind of like a ninja. Okay. Alright, I'm guessing the noble phantasm, we'll see it again now. Seeing how he has two art cards, you can probably loop him as well. Wow, this art style is really nice. What the? Did he get bigger? Wait, he became an adult. Didn't he? Or was that my mistake? Yeah, he became an adult when using the noble phantasm. Okay, interesting. I was. Oh, that's the final ascension art. Okay. I was surprised. I'm like, what's happening? Why did the voice suddenly change? Alright, this is the ascension lines, I'm guessing. Okay. Alter ego. The art style is really nice. Let's have a subtitles.
我が輩の名前は
Nope.
大斎星君っ
Taisai
ていう
Xingjun.
らしいぞ。あ、他に何か説明することがあるのか？今までずっと一緒に遊んできたじゃん。
Wait, what? We are playing.
とにかくなんか動きやすくなったし、これからもよろしくな、デ
Wait,
アデアのマスター。
he says something and we've been playing along the whole time. What? I think that's what he
あ
said.
れ、しっくりくる。はぐれてた我が輩とかじゃないよね、これ。
Talks about being lost. Okay.
これが霊気再霊。
I don't
口
understand.
の中から気持ちよく飛び出たみたいな感じだな。
Coming out
悪く
from
ない
the
ぞ。
coming out from the earth.
これって食べたらなくなるの？不便だな。
Okay, he talks about if you eat something, it disappears. That's kind of.
大きくはならないぞ。
I won't be
これ
bigger.
は
That
なんか
was
別の話みたい。
that was something else.
もう姿は変わらないってば。
My appearance
大
won't
き
change.
くはならない方
I
がい
won't
い
be.
んだよ。
It's better I
あ
won't
っちは本当
become
にちょっ
bigger.
と危ないんだからさ。
That is more of a
ぎゅ
dangerous.
っと身が詰まった我が輩がいっぱい遊んでやるから。
Okay, he says
次は何して遊ぶ？
he talks about playing with us. Okay, this is the final ascension.
我が輩はあの場所の出来事を覚えている。
I remember what happened there.
導いてくれたボスボス。いろんなものを教えて与えてくれたデアデアのやつら。
What?
お前たちが我が輩たちを救ってくれたこと。
Wagahite. Oh, that's royalty.
あそこ
Okay.
にいた我が輩たちすべての結晶みたいなものだ。だからよく知ってるし感謝してる。恩返ししたいって思
I
っ
want
て
to
るんだ。
repay you for all
あり
the.
がとな、
And
ディアデアのマスター。
oh, they are no master.
あの
Is
時
that what he
我
calls
が輩
us?
たちを救ってくれて、今度は我が輩がお
Thanks
前
for
たち
saving
を
us.
救う番だ。
This time is we were going to save you.
どんな奴らでもたたってみせるぞ。
For that I'll defeat any person. Okay, I think that was it. Oh, interesting. Now a few things I have to say here. First of all, I know, like, I think like royalty does this kind of thing. Like Nobunaga also does this thing where he calls herself we or our. Like I think like royalties does that, like, and calls them wagahai or warawa, like, like calls themselves we. And is that the reason why, like, is he like a royalty? Is that the reason why he was calling himself we, or is it something else? Like are we going to take it literally, or because like, it's like a way of speech? If it's a way of speech, then I would say that he's a royalty. That's why he's calling himself we. But if it's taken literally, that means he's not talking about himself but a few others as well, because he's using we here. So that's as far as I could understand. Like, my broken Japanese from watching anime, that's far as I was able to understand. I feel like he's a royalty, isn't he? Okay, now, okay, first let me talk about this, and then I'm then going to try to find out who he actually is, because I have no idea. It's I think he is a heroic spirit from China, most probably, but I'll double check that. Okay, so first of all, the art is, I don't know what the art reminds me of. It reminds me of Angra Mayu somehow. The tattooed body and everything, like, his hand. That reminds me of Angra Mayu. You know what? Let me check if they have the same artist or something. Illustrator. Illustrator's name is Take Kawanishi Kengo. Okay, you know what? Let me double check. Take. No, where is it? uh Takenashi Eri, no, not what? Wait, they've not put it in. Kengo. No, wait, they've not still. Okay, so who's the artist of Angra Mayu then? Let me check. Angra. Angra Mayu. The illustrator is someone else. Neko Tawawa. But I don't know. Like the tattoos really seem like that. Oh God, who does he remind me of then? The art style. I can't put my finger on it. Ah. No, sorry, illustrator is Take. What the hell am I doing? Oh my god. I was reading the voice actor. God damn. Okay, Take. Okay, Take. I saw. Okay, there you go. Let me check who did illustration of. Okay. I made a big mistake. I'm like, okay, I read the name from the illustrator, and at the same time I also read the name from the voice actor at the same time. I don't know why I did that. Okay, Take. Okay. That's why I'm like, why is this art style so reminding me of something? It's the same art style of Nakayoshi Saber, the Trung sisters. God damn. Okay. Yeah. Now I can see it. It was kind of difficult to put my finger on it at first, only seeing the art style. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, now I can clearly see that. Oh my god. Okay, so both the servants, the same illustrator did it. That's nice. All right. Okay, enough about that. Okay, so the animations, I have to say that there's no flashy extra animations which I was like, oh, this is amazing. But the animations were nice. I like the one especially where he used the bell. And there was like another animation where he kind of jumps back like a ninja and throws something. And like the interesting part about his noble phantasm is cool, but the interesting thing is in one of them he becomes an adult, I think, and the voice also changes. Now at the same time, I remember the Ascension lines where he talks about how like he when I guess all these servants does that nowadays, that they say like, oh, like why isn't my form changing, something like that they say, especially welfare servants. They talk about how their form would not change, something like that, because their form doesn't change, the welfare servant. So he also does the same thing here, but he also kind of includes an extra point here, as far as I could understand from my Japanese, is he talks about how it will be dangerous if his adult form comes up. Now I don't know what he meant by dangerous there, but I feel like like that little section in the noble phantasm where he kind of becomes an adult. You know what, let me check that part. Let me play the noble phantasm again. Here you go. Okay, you can see here he is still the child. Yeah, he's still a child now, isn't he? I think so. And yeah, he changes, I think. Look at this. He's like an adult now, and his voice also changes. Yeah, so he temporarily becomes his adult self to unleash the noble phantasm, I guess. This is like like those variations in the noble phantasm that we sometimes get. So yeah, and he talks about how it's dangerous for him to get to his adult form. So I'm guessing there's something like something probably happens when he becomes an adult. Probably like I don't know, like maybe he goes completely berserk or something like that. I'm not sure, but he warned us that yeah, you wouldn't want to see my adult form. Something like that he said, because it's dangerous. But yeah, and he also talks about how we saved him, and so he talks about how he also wants to repay us for that. And he also talks about playing with us, all these things he says. So yeah, so basically I'm guessing he is like an emperor or like a royalty, and something like that. Okay, now you know what, let me check out who this person is. Taisui Xingjun Taisui Xingjun. Let me check the Wikipedia article if there's something. No, I cannot find anything. Okay, let's go to the Type Moon wiki. I think I can find something there. Taisui Xingjun is the deification of Taisui. Oh my god, where is it? Deification of Taisui equated to the mass of flesh to syncretism. Taisui, who is Taisui? Let's see. Taisui, more commonly known as Feng, type of being from Chinese mythology. Oh, okay, so it's like a mythological being. Okay, Taisui spirits can emerge from the Taisui. Uh, on Turtle Island, the corn manifests from a giant island-sized Taisui. Taisui Xingyun is the deification, sorry, of Taisui, equated to mass of flesh to syncretism. Oh, so he's basically like this. Okay, so he's not like a heroic spirit, I'm guessing. As far like like as far as history goes, like not like an actual person. So it's like a, I don't know, combination of spirits or like a type of mythological being from Chinese mythology. Is that what he is? Let me know. But yeah, okay, so that was that. And yeah, as I said, like his animations are not too flashy. It's kind of normal. And like he uses the bell, he kind of attacks. The color scheme is very nice. I love this artist's art style and color use of color scheme. It's like really good and really eye-catching. And you know what, I'm really happy that, like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people won't be able to get Nakayoshi Saber. So people who are a big fan of the art style will be able to get this character now, who is done by the same illustrator, and he's a free servant. So there you go. Like that's kind of like a nice thing, I can say, because I'm a huge fan of this type of an art style. And like probably I won't have enough SQ by the time Nakayoshi Saber comes out, so I won't be able to roll for her, but at least I'm going to get like Taisui Xingyun from as a welfare servant, and I'll be like at least I'll be happy that yeah, I at least have like a servant who is illustrated by the same person who made Nakayoshi Saber, something like that. And I'm happy about that, so that's nice. And yeah, as I said, I'm a big fan of this type of an art style. So yeah, the noble fantasy and everything, the color schemes just popping out was really cool. And yeah, this is good. Like he has like this type of a fluorescent type of an color theme, you can say, fluorescent yellow, fluorescent green, that type of a color theme, which is kind of what can I say, yeah, kind of like a cool type of gives him a cool type of a vibe. So yeah, anyways, that was that. Let us check out his Ascension arts, which are only two of them, obviously, because he is a I'm gonna call him a he, because I don't even know what to call him. Like yeah, he most probably, I feel like it's a male. Yeah, that's most probably a male from the adult form that we saw. So okay, let us check out the Ascension art, the first one. Here it is. We've seen this. Okay, yeah, now I can clearly see this is done by the same person who did the Trung sisters. I can clearly see it now. Okay. Wow, like like he this is a very cool type of an art style. And oh boy, I'm sure this person will do more of the illustrations in the future as well of different characters. I really hope so. So I'm really looking forward to this type of an art style and this type of a color scheme is really nice. Ah boy, this is really quite cool. And yeah, so there you go, fluorescent color theme, yellowish, greenish. Has the hands has like this type of a marking, like a tattoo type of marking. I can see he has a halo. I think that's a halo on top of the head. So okay, and we can see the background. It's like that thing that comes up when he unleashes his noble phantasm, that thing in the behind. I don't know what that is, but something. And yeah, that's the first Ascension art. Now the final Ascension art, I love this one. Look at this. Oh wow, I feel like this is like what can I say, this is that type of a style. When I can't properly put my finger on it, but like when there's like the art that you see in like paintings and stuff, you know, like people like the painters who paint that type of an art, where I don't know what it's called. God damn, I can't properly put my finger on it. But in paintings, in scroll paintings, you know, you have this type of an art style where there's like a character like this sitting, and there's like a huge background where there's like a beautiful scenery or something. So that type I probably wasn't able to make, like, you know, like you guys understand what I'm trying to say. But this type of an art style, I feel like, you know, in different games and animes as well, I've seen where there's like a certain artist who draws that in like a paper, like, you know, and like just hang it on the wall or something. That type of an art style, I don't know what it's actually called. So yeah, now beautiful art. Wow, like this is really good. I can see the hands are kind of, oh, like that type of, like, you know, those hands, I'm guessing. And we can see tattoos throughout the hands. So is this like his human form or something? Because his hands we saw before, his hand is like that type of, like, you know, tattooed hand, which kind of looks like something else. But here we can see he has human hands. Yeah. Okay. He also kind of reminds me of what's the name? Benyenma. You know, his, yeah, he also kind of reminds me of Benyenma. I don't know why. But the face especially, kind of. So yeah, the hair is also so beautiful. The little background you can see. Oh, this is just really good. It's like if you look at this, you feel calm and, like, you know, peaceful. That type of an art. This is really good. Okay, the final Ascension art is fantastic. I love it. All right, now let's look at the skills and the noble phantasm details. The skill, the first one, is called Reflection of Jupiter A. Increase party's art performance, party, okay, by 3 turns. Increase party's NP generation rate for 3 turns. Gains crit stars every turn for 3 turns. Okay, so it's like a support character? Is it? Okay, arts increase 10% at level 1, 20% at level 10. Similar to that, an NP generation rate is also 10% at level 1, 20% at level 10. Star regen 5 at level 1, and 10 at level 10. This is an okay skill, you can say. It is focusing on the party, so it's also going to buff himself as well, and the party. So I'm guessing he's like a support character. And this is going to help to NP loop, I guess, you know, that increase in NP generation rate. All right, the second one is called Shiro. What is that? What it's called? Shiro EX, the second skill. Grants one ally gut status for 1 time 3 turns. There you go, he's a support servant. Okay, grants them debuff immunity for 1 time 3 turns. Increases their buff removal resistance for 1 time 3 turns. Okay, level 1, the guts is 1000 HP, and at level 10 is a 3000 HP, while buff removal resistance is 50% at level 1, and at level 10 it's 100%. So buff removal resistance, oh, this is going to help in a lot of, like, you know, ways. Like for example, if you have like a servant who nullifies your buff, and you know, like uses the noble phantasm, if you have him, you can basically pop this skill in, and he won't be able, the enemy servant won't be able to nullify your buff. It's going to help a lot of times, because we've seen a lot of pesky enemies who just nullifies the invincible or evade at the beginning of the noble phantasm and just completely destroys you. Like that won't be a problem with him if you have him, I guess. And it does that for 3 turns, which is nice. All right, the third skill is called God of Calamity. Steal all enemies skills for 1 turn. Very helpful. Increase own NP damage for 3 turns. Own NP damage for 3 turns. Okay. Charges on NP gauge. Okay, this is a good skill, I could see. NP damage is 20% increase at level 1 and 30% increase at level 10. Okay, so he's an AoE Noble Phantasm user. So, damn, this is going to increase the damage by a lot. And NP charging the MP gauge is 20% at level 1 and 30% at level 10. All right, and also the skill seal. All right, quite a decent skill set, you can say. He not only buffs up your party, but the third skill also kind of helps himself as an individual. So you can say he's like a support DPS, I guess you could say. I think you can use him as a main damage dealer, I don't know. But the Noble Phantasm is going to help, especially the third skill, which is going to increase the power of it. And if you can loop him, I think you can, because his skills kind of show that you can probably loop him. And the extra NP regeneration, NP generation rate, that's going to help in looping. And he has 2 arts card, and the Noble Phantasm is also arts. So you can probably loop him, I guess. And yeah, that's going to help. Like every skill, most of the skills are like 3 turns. So if you're able to loop him 3 turns, it's going to deal some insane damage back to back something. So yeah, anyways, that was that. All right, let's see the Noble Phantasm details. This is called Taisui Xingjun, moving soil atop the Grand Duke's head. Okay, so here you go. Inflicts the effect inflicts Taisui's misfortune debuff for 3 turns to all enemies. Activates first. Okay, Taisui's misfortune, when defeated, reduces reduces enemy party's defense by 20% for 3 turns. Oh, wait, so when defeated means when the enemy is defeated? Reduces enemy party's defense by 20% for 3 turns. Okay. Inflicts curse with 1000 damage for 3 turns to enemy party. Inflicts evil curse status 3 turns to enemy party, which is increases curse damage on them by 100%. Okay. Inflicts curse with 2000 damage for 5 turns to them. Activates first. Deals damage to them. Okay, this is an interesting effect. So let me know. It is saying when defeated, reduces enemies party's defense and all that. So when defeated, do they mean when the enemy is defeated, or when, like, the servant is defeated, the one who is dealing the damage? I think it's probably the enemy. Like, yeah, like otherwise it will defeat the point. Like if you are if you are defeated, you won't be able to activate your Noble Phantasm. So yeah, and all of these are for 3 turns. Okay. The overcharge effect deals extra damage to enemies with man attribute. Oh, okay. Okay, NP level at level 1 NP damage is 450%, at level 2 600, at level 3 675, at level 4 712.5, and at level 5 it's 750% damage. While the overcharge effect, 100% is 150% extra damage, at 200% is 162.5%, at 300% is 175%, at 400% is 187.5, and at 500% is 200% extra damage. Okay, and that is it. I feel like this is a very good servant. I don't know why. Like, his NP skills, his skills and everything, kind of. I feel like he'll be able to deal a lot of damage, because the final skill, and I think the Noble Phantasm kind of shows that, yeah, his damage could be immensely increased. You can loop him, and you can also kind of increase his damage by a little bit. And if you have some extra support beside you, that's going to help even more. So I feel like he'll be like a good looping and damage dealing AoE servant. Let me know if I'm if my what can I say, if I'm wrong or not. So yeah, that's as far as I could understand. So yeah, that was it. That was the newest servant FGO brings to us. A welfare servant. Everyone's going to get him when the time comes. Taisui Xingjun, I think that's how his name is pronounced. So yeah, really good. Now, as I said, I talked about what I kind of checked it out, who he is. And as far as I could understand, he's not like an actual person, but he's like a mixture of a lot of like spirits or something, like mythological being called Taisui in the Chinese mythology. It's like a mixture of them. So like if I'm wrong about that, correct me down, because that's as far as I could understand from the details that I saw in the Typhoon wiki. So yeah, if I'm wrong, please let me know. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. This was my reaction to or my character analysis for Taisui Xingjun. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. And if I've made made any wrong, came into some wrong conclusion or something, or said something wrong, please correct me down. And yeah, and that's it, guys. So thanks for watching, and I will be seeing you guys in the next video. In my next FGO video, I bring out content, FGO content like this once or twice a week. Whenever new law spells or new events come out, I also make gameplay videos on them. So yeah, so that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next FGO video. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.